Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Wednesday the 21st of July. We have got some new mods. We have got some updates. Before we get onto those, just a reminder to anyone who wants to watch FarmCon online starts today. It is the 21st, 22nd and 23rd, streaming on Twitch from 8 PM. If you go onto the Farming Simulator website, I think there's a link in the description to Farming Simulator website. Go onto the blog. There's some information about the schedule over the next 3 days. Then on Saturday and Sunday will be FSL. So if you're interested in watching anything on FarmCon, any of the presentations, that will be happening from this evening. Now, updates are as follows. From top left, the map Waldsee by Omatana, the Case IH Axial Flow Pack by Mat26, the New Holland CR90 by STV Modding, the Transport Platform 400H by ADub Modding, Nixtrus ABP Team and Black Sheep Modding, the Traffic Warning Signs by ER Shabbat VSI Modding Sir. Now, the website Mod Hub is saying that the map Eastern by Rajo Play, the 4X map, has had an update. As far as I can tell, that's a PC only update, because when you go into the game Mod Hub, it's not showing as an update at all. But the reverse is of that American Life Farming is not showing on my main website, but it is showing in the Mod Hub as having had an update. It has been commented in the past that I'm going on and checking on the website and all of the mods are on there. I always make sure I click on the PC Xbox mod section, so I'm not getting PC mods as well. And sometimes you get these overlaps. Sometimes one that pops up that says it's been updated for console, but it is PC only. When you go into the console Mod Hub in-game, it's not showing. So just to let you know that if you've looked on the website, as far as I can tell, it's only PC. Those are the updates for today. In front of me, we've got the old storage building. This by Krycho 8.34 megabytes download, 15 slots on console. It is also 15,000 to buy, and you'll find it in sheds, nicely detailed. I do like little stores either side as well. Nice smooth animations and sound effects. So we've got a storage section in here. Storage section either side as well, but we do have, when we get to this section here, if I press circle, it takes that partition away. If I go to this one here, press circle, it takes that partition away. So it's open and closed gates, so you can have it more drive through, or if you want to put stuff in there, you can kind of pile stuff up and then close the section on it if you want to. Then we get through to this side here, and we've got it more drive through, with the doors opening either end. There's no lighting inside. It's an old timber frame building, but it's very nicely put together. I like the fact it's like that side, like more clear. I mean, weirdly, outside it doesn't look like it, but inside it looks like clear sheets. That could just be the angle I'm at. But anyway, yeah. Not a bad size, not a bad price. Nice looking building. That's by Krycho 8.34. The old storage building. Moving on from there, we have this. This is the Horsch Tiger 6DT by Duilio Gaming. 4.56 megabytes download, 13 slots on console. Now, why another Horsch Tiger 6DT, you might ask? We have had a couple of modded ones. We've got one standard in game. This is a 6 meter wide cultivator. The standard in-game one, it does have a trailer hitch on the back as well, so you can run well, I mean, it gives a cultivated state. It depends how you want to go about it. You could, I suppose, run more of a seed bed cultivator behind it, because that's more of a ripper if you wanted to go for a more realistic look on things. That's entirely to you. But anyway, that all being said, the reason for the change, or the reason I can see for the change, or the addition of this, you'll find it under cultivators. The standard in-game one there is 39 grand, 13 slots, runs at 9 miles an hour, and is 300 horsepower. There's no options on it, you get it just like that. This version, same price, same width, same speed it runs at, but the horsepower requirement has gone from 300 down to 140, which makes it a little bit better proposition for the lower horsepower tractor market, really. Plus we've got the option of without beacons, without lights, and with lights down the side as well. So we've got a couple of extra options thrown in there, and the horsepower requirement reduced. Turn the lights on, you see lights down the side of it, and then beacons either side as well. Beacons on the back of the trailer. Turn all that off, and the beacons. We'll unfold it. I think it says in the change log as well it's got a slower unfold animation too, to make it a little bit more realistic. We drop it down, and it will cultivate out to 6 meters, as you can see. So there we go. That's the Horsch Tiger 6DT by Duilio Gaming. Next we have got this. This is the ListiU. This is 4.87 megabytes download, 11 slots on console. It's by ListiU. It is a small manure spreader with a low horsepower requirement, but we do have the option to change this from a manure spreader to a standard trailer as well, and there are 2 different sizes in both of those options. It will all become clear in a moment. Nicely made with all the belts on the sides as well. It hasn't got a huge capacity. It is going to be for small farms, small fields, small machinery. You'll find it under manure spreaders. So 3,700 to buy. 28 horsepower required, that's all. The spread width is only 2.5 meters. We can change the rim colour to anything on that palette. Main colour to anything on that palette. Design colour, which does the rotors on the back. The spreading rotors, discs, to anything on that palette. Then we've got the option of standard. So at the moment it's a 2,450 litre manure spreader. We can have a 2,450 litre trailer. Then we can go to slightly larger capacity, 3,150 with the sideboards on, and then we can have the same thing, 3,150 litre trailer if you wish. So like I say, 2 of each. I like the cement bag and bricks when you unhook it. It puts underneath the front. It's a small thing, but a nice feature. And there we go. We are manure spreading. I know it's only going out to 2.5 meters, but the flow rate seems pretty good. The capacity of the trailer, I thought it would go down a lot quicker than that, but that's not too bad at all. So that's the Lizard N2371 by ListiU. Moving on from there, we've got another scooter. Very nice looking one, this. Very fancy. This is by FS19, 1.24 megabytes download, 1 slot on console. You'll find it under vehicles and under miscellaneous. 1,500, nice and cheap. 20 horsepower, runs 18 miles an hour. So if you want something to bat around, going from place to place within your yard or whatever, if you don't want to walk. Options available, we can have it in black or we can have it in white. We'll hop on. Start it up. So we do have lights, no beacons, horn. There is a little bit of lean if you go tight. And as I say, there's not a lot of lean when you turn. But if you turn tight, there is. First person looks like that with the light on. It looks like that. So there we go. It's another one of those ones, isn't it? It's a small thing. Hang on, turn it off. But it may be perfectly useful for something you want to do. That's the scooter by FS19. Next, we've got this. Oh, I like this a lot. This is the Lodeking sprayer deck support and deck. Not Ant and deck, support and deck. This is by Perma's modding, and it says Smeby. I don't know if that's a typo, but that's supposed to be Smetty, but it may well be Smeby, so I'm going to leave it as that. It could be a typo. There is 9 slots for the trailer, and then we got this, the support which is only one slot, actually. We'll have a look at that in just a second. I do like the MixMate on here as well. It's very cool. Now, the purpose behind this being, we can have this in various different configurations, as you will see behind. So you can have a single tank with the MixMate, double tank, or you can have it with the attachment on the back, and you can actually transport your sprayer to the fields with herbicide or fertilizer in there, liquid fertilizer, ready to go. Then you pull up alongside, fill up, and off you trot, so to speak. This you'll find, gotta remember, under, pretty sure it was low loaders. There we go. So the sprayer support is here. The full capacity is 41,740 litres, so pretty good. But we can change the main colour, turning on that palette, which does the chassis framework. Design colour changes, I don't really want chrome. The actual tank colour, I do like it on blue, but pick whatever you like, it's up to you. Then we have single tank, dual tanks, back to single. Then you can have no toolbox, toolbox. The toolbox doesn't open, it's there as a just, you know, for looks, if you want it on there. Now, the only downside I found, if you go for the double tank, the dual tank, when I then came out to fill it up, I was really hoping you could split it and have one with fertilizer and one with herbicide. Unfortunately, it fills up as one whole complete thing. I mean, it's not the end of the world, 41,000 litres. I do need to check to see actually whether you can unload that. That might be a little bit dicey. There's a lot in there. So, the thing about this being, I think more importantly, maybe, is this little bit here on the back. Now, this you'll find under Tools and Miscellaneous. So the sprayer deck. It's only one slot, 12,575. We can change the design colour, which does the ramps on the back. Then the main colour, which does, as you might imagine, the main colour. Now, it does say on the website, if I can find it, and I've just lost it, it does say that it requires a compatible trailer to be used. Now, obviously, there are quite a lot of trailers available in the Mod Hub. Looking at the design of this, if you're going to try and hook it up to a different sort of trailer other than the one it comes with in this pack, you're going to be looking at a step deck, I would say. I don't think it's necessarily going to fit particularly well with low loaders. It might do, but there are so many to look through. I can't check them all to see, so that might be something you want to have a bit of time fiddling around with. So what we're going to do is back in. There's not a lot of space and you have to be quite accurate, as I found when I was trying to hook up to it, because I clipped the side just slightly like that and it really doesn't like it. There we go. So once it says to hook up, we hook up and it's connected. So L1 and right stick up and down will raise and lower the ramps. Now they don't come all the way to the floor, but hopefully the diameter of the tyres of what you're putting on there will be okay. Now as far as what you're going to put on it, it's going to be a sprayer. Now it works quite well, I'll be honest, with the Rubicon. I got the standard in-game Stara Imperador 3.0 to go on it. There are, again, a few of these available in the Mod Hub to have a look at. It needs to have quite a wide wheelbase, and that's where there may be, well, it's worth pointing out anyway. In its narrow configuration, I say narrow, it will go on just, but to get it into its wide configuration, you have to open the booms up. Some of these you can manually open and close the width of the track. So what we'll do, and you'll see straight away, is we'll try and line up, and it's just about wide enough. It will go on, and as the Imperador did as well, it kind of clips through those, but it will go on, and then off you go to your field. I can close those ramps up behind and off we trot, no problem at all. Now if I want to open it up, and that's where it becomes a little bit weirder, to get that track to open I have to open up the whole thing, which means the boom's open. Then when we come to drive onto it, it looks a little bit too wide. Maybe it might be just perfect. So it might be you want to get on here with it open and then close it. I'm just trying to work out the best way around it. Maybe. So again, with this it's going to be finding the sprayer for you, whether it will fit on, whether it will work, and obviously then will it work on other trailers. But I like that idea. So that's now going to squeeze up on that, I think, isn't it? Which I suppose will kind of lock it in place, I guess. Close the ramps up. And away we go. That's really cool. I like the idea of that. It's brilliant. Get it all there in one go, and then crack on with your field. Absolutely brilliant. It looks really good too. Like I say, with the mix mate on there as well, it looks great. Now, if you detach that and you have only got one tank on, there are straps across the back section. Did I put them on or not? Oh, you can just see, look, there's a strap there. There are straps on the back section as well, if you want to strap things down. So I suppose potentially with the height on there, you could put some other stuff on there. Your choice entirely. So that's the Lodeking sprayer deck support and deck by Perma's Modding and Smeby. Moving on. I'll be honest, the mods today, they've been really nice, like this one. And then we've got what's coming up next, and we've got the one that we're going to finish with. Trying to find what I was going to use for the thumbnail. What am I going to use? This one here is the Kramer KL200 by EY Modding. 5.86 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. I was going to take a picture of those and have like Kramer versus Kramer, because I thought that was mildly amusing. But this is a really nice looking tractor. I love the design of that. It's a beauty. Now, has a very low horsepower requirement. No, has a very low horsepower. Trying to find equipment that's going to work on that. It may only be good for like moving stuff around the yard and things. I'm trying to think of what stuff we've got that's very, very low horsepower, because it is quite low. But it's a lovely looking tractor nonetheless. Under small tractors, the KL200 is only 5 grand. It's 18 horsepower. Is that the lowest we've had? I don't think we've had one lower than that, have we? I think in the 30s, maybe. I'm trying to think of the old Massey pack that came out. You know, the grey ones. Were they lower? I'm trying to think now. 18 horsepower. But anyway, we can have standard wheels, we can have rear twins, or we can have row crop rear twins. And back. Those are the options. We'll hop on. Add to that the sound. I'm sold. Lights. Horn. First person. This is going to be one of those very niche bits of equipment. If you're into this sort of thing, you like doing small horsepower, small tractor, small gear, you're going to love it. And it is a very nice looking tractor, very nice mod. That's the Kramer KL200 by EY Modding, which brings us on to the last of the mods for today. And it's this is the John Deere W200 series by PolyCount. 14.39 megabytes download, 44 slots on console for the first one. I've only ever seen like older versions of these, and this is really nice, really, really nice, with a few options to change on it too. It's a 4.3 meter mower deck. As you've seen, there's no trailer hitch on the back. So if you're thinking of mowing, windrowing, and maybe baling out the back at the same time, there is no trailer hitch. So it is just for getting out there and getting your mowing done. So you wouldn't be able to mow and ted at the same time or anything like that. But it's a lovely looking bit of kit. This you'll find under vehicles and mowers. 150,000 to buy. We can have the option of Lizard, which has got the sort of grass flotation tyres. Michelin, Mitres, Trelleborgs. No options within those, just those types. Then we got an extra step, yes or no. If you... I think one of my twins' legs just fell off. An extra step, yes or no. And then we have got engine size. We've got the W235 at 235 horsepower and the W260 at 260 horsepower. Those are the options. Let's jump in and fire it up. Beacons, lights, horn, turning circle, as you would imagine. is amazing. Start up. Everything's spinning under there. Let's drop it down. And away we mow. 15 miles an hour. One thing I did notice, if you turn and keep hold of the stick, it's absolutely fine. If you turn sharply, it kind of goes off on its... I mean, don't get me wrong, the turning on it is amazing. It's incredible. Now, we do have an option as well, as you've seen the mowing. Let's raise that up. We do have the option 4. I might need to open the menu, though. Let's go in cab, to have a look in cab, which is very nicely detailed. I love the fact when you look at the steering wheel, it looks like a fabric covering, the way it's kind of ruffled across the inside of there. It's brilliant. But we do have the option for adjusting mirrors. If we go, right, L1, right stick side to side, does the left mirror, and then right stick up and down, does the right mirror. So we can adjust our mirrors to get them into the position we want. If we want, that's entirely up to us. Yeah, like I say, it's nice, this. Whoa! I know in the real world these things don't have rear trailer hitches. They are designed for going up and down the field, getting the mowing done, and windrowing as it goes. And then something else would come along and Ted, and I mean that's generally what happens most of the time. The things we do in Farming Simulator, where we hook multiple bits of equipment together to get the job done in one pass and stuff, you know, it's not necessarily what happens in the real world. Nice movement on those axles on the back as well. It's just overall a very nice mod. So there we go. That's the John Deere W200 series by PolyCount. And that's it for the mods for today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.